My name's Daniel and you're watching the Rogue Clone Trooper channel.
Yeah, cool, that should be clear. 4 below. Right. 2-3, when you see any movement in there.
Okay, so how's things going with the Captain Rex costume? Well, finally got the holsters made. These were kind of a pain to do, to be honest with you. It didn't go as easy as I thought. I did make it out of the EVA foam and I painted them black, and I wasn't happy with them, so then I tried covering them in leatherette, and basically there was glue everywhere. Part of it wouldn't stick, part of it would stick, and they were a bit of a nightmare, but finally I got them done, so they're made up. I'm pretty happy with those now. As I said, they were a bit of a pain. As you all know, I had made this original blaster. I wasn't really happy with it because the front is the front of the torch, and as you can see it's not straight, but it needs to be, and I was a bit of an idiot and I thought, oh yeah, I'm going to put a fancy design in the grip, and it just doesn't look right. Okay, even though it does fit beautifully in the holster. Okay, so I decided I was going to make a smaller gun like this. Okay, so as you can see it's a very big difference, and I have been using a Tamiya plastic sheet. It's not that easy to cut, and it's terrible to glue. It really is. Super glue doesn't stick to it. Contact cement takes a long time for it to stick in it. I was used to the polystyrene board, which basically glues instantly and is amazing to work with. It's very flexible. This is a bit more harder. I thought this was going to be better to do, but it didn't really stick very well. And then after finally sticking it all together, and it looks pretty good, I realized it was all screwy. It's all squashed and out of shape, and it's been a nightmare. Even though I have the electronics and everything done in it. So I've got to go back to the drawing boards and see what I'm going to do, because this is just taking too long. I've lost a lot of patience with it, and just being honest with you, I've kind of lost motivation to do it at this stage, because stuff is just taking ages to do and just not working out the way it's supposed to. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to go back to the big one. I think, maybe, I don't know. I'm going to scrap this completely because it is just so screwy. It's just not funny. So I'm going to rip out the electronics out of this one, make another one like this, which is much more simpler to make, and not screw up the handle this time. That's basically it. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I've got to try and redo it again. You see the size difference in these things. Like, I was at one point then thinking about buying 2 3D printed ones and then just doing them up, but to buy 2 of them and ship them over to Japan, I'm looking at about 180 euros, which is way out of my price range right now. So we're going to see what we're going to do. I've still got some tube left. I still have some flashlights, and I've got lots of EVA foam. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with this and see what I can do. Okay, so I still have these bits all cut out for the other part of the matching one of these, but as I said, this is all screwy in the front and it just looks shite. So yeah, don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. Just see how this goes. That's basically it. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to see how it goes. This always might be good. Might leave the electronics out for the moment and just get them made, and then I can crack on. I have been talking to a guy about making the pack for me, so we'll look into that. And as regards to, then I got to make the hat. Okay, so that's what's going on at the moment. Okay, so let's carry on with the video and let's see what I'm going to do. Alright. Right, okay, so some updates. As you've seen, I was having a bit of a problem about making the blasters. In the end, I ended up making the two small ones, and basically the reason for that is because I had already cut out the templates for both of them, and I said I'm not going to waste all the material. And I kind of got a boost because last weekend was the Cowboy Festival. Now I wasn't able to take part in it because of work restrictions, but I was able to go and meet up with my friends who gave me, how can I say, a nice boost again to get me over my little hump and get me to build these again. A little bit about these. The templates I used for both of these, I will put the link down below. I got them off another YouTuber who had put them up. Now these are not made like his ones. I just pulled off the template to cut the shape out. As you've seen in the video, inside these is EVA foam, then they're covered in a plastic which I got from Tamiya. It's a craft plastic that you can buy here. It cuts pretty easy. Gluing it takes a bit, but it's stuck to the EVA foam pretty well, so I was pretty happy with that. I'll give you a close look of one of these. Try to get it there in the light now so you can see it nicely. Inside is a tube that goes to about here, which I cut off. Then the torches I glued onto the back part, which means then I can twist off the pommel at the end, and inside here then is where the battery goes. Okay, so this basically is the main part of the torch, which then gives me a on-off switch at the end. So what I did then was super glued the front of the torch to the end of the tube. I had coloured the lens of the tube of the torch blue to give me the blue light. I then soldered 2 wires to the main LED in the front, brought it down to a switch which is here. Now the trigger and my 2 guns are slightly different, mainly because I had tried different versions of where to put the switch. One was on the top and then one was at the back. I found the one at the back was better, so I had to move this one around. And what it meant then, with the torch is turned on, when pressing the trigger back, just hits the switch to connect the circuit and lights up the bulb. Nothing really fancy in it at all, but it does mean that I can take the batteries in and out, and it also means then I have a functioning safety switch. So if I press the button, it doesn't work, which means then it doesn't actually wear down the batteries while it's not being used. When turned on, then I can fire away as much as I want to. As you'll see in the photographs, these parts on top, bottom and underneath are from plywood that I bought at the hobby shop, the same as the plastic. Again, these are pieces of plastic which I actually put on again, the window going into the actual EVA foam. And that's really it. I did spray them green originally with Crayola paint. Is the same paint that I used on my armor. The reason why I did that is Crayola bonds very well to plastic, which gave me a nice undercoat, and then I put the matte black on top of it, and I've weathered it a little bit around the barrel and where bits might get scraped off by putting it in and out of the holsters. As you see with the holsters themselves, and I talked about this earlier on, I did originally make them just at the EVA foam, and I painted them black as you see in the video, and I just was not happy with the quality of them. And then I ended up covering them in a fake leatherette to cover the holsters, which worked out a lot better. Now the only problem with that is, of course, now the leatherette is stuck to the paint, which is now sprayed onto the EVA foam, which means at some point they are going to start coming away. So it was not the best thing to do in hindsight, but this is all a learning curve for me. I'm trying to do this on a low budget and get the best bang for my buck. The same with the parts for the blasters. Now somebody's just asked me already, because I put photographs of these on my Facebook page, asked me, do I sell these and make these? Listen, I've just made these. The quality is not really great. You can still see the grains of the wood. From a distance, for cosplay and for trooping, it's going to be really good, but for anything up close and looking at it, people are going to realize how they're made. So maybe later on in the future I might get some 3D printed ones to replace them and try to get some 3D printed holsters made up, but for now these are perfectly fine. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I just wanted to see that things don't always go great for me. It is a trial and error, and it is a lot of stress on me sometimes to get things right, and it doesn't always work out. That's really it. I'm just happy that I've had the time and finally got over my little creative hump to get these blasters made and have them turn out as well as they did. Okay, thanks for watching. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe, and always remember, may the force be with you. Let's get those clankers.
Yeah, cold. I should be clear. Port Palo.
What?